Hi guys, it's your science teacher here with another video. This time I'm going to go through how to achieve separation using chromatography. Here I have some chromatography paper, sometimes called the stationary phase, as it's what's going to be staying still in my practical. And I have a ruler and I have a pencil. And this is the first stage of chromatography and achieving separation. I'm going to draw a pencil line about 2 centimeters up from the bottom of my chromatography paper. The reason why I'm using a pencil is because pencil is not soluble, meaning it does not dissolve in water. The next step is I'm going to put some crosses on my chromatography paper where my different ink dyes are going to go. And my different ink dyes I've got here are called A, B, C, D, and I have an unknown as well. And the object of this practical is to find out which ink dyes are making up my unknown. So let's put a spot of each of them on my baseline. Alright, the next step is to add my mobile phase, which for this practical is just distilled water. And the key thing with the distilled water is don't add too much. The distilled water needs to be below the baseline when you add in your chromatography paper. Now that this chromatography paper seems to have dried, let's try and analyze it and see what actually is inside you. So as you can see, there is definitely some of C in you. Look at that yellow and blue color coming off. Also, there is definitely some of B. There's some red inside there, so it must have some of C, some of B in. I don't think there's any D inside that mixture because of the fact, look at how little far D moved up the chromatography paper. So I'm going to say that B and C are present in U. Now, the reason why we get this separation in chromatography is because of the fact that different components in the mixture have different solubility. So therefore, they travel up the chromatography paper at different amounts. As you can see, D does not travel very far up the chromatography paper, so the components in D are not very soluble in water.